Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. My friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today is the Through the Thick and Thin throw. So what we have here is a multitude of striping that you see, but actually in fact it's just a repeat of 2 rows in order to make it happen. So what we have here is a color sequence that you can find right here if you would like to do that, and it's actually really quite simple. So it's an intermediate level. I'm not really sure why it is, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it, and today I'm going to demonstrate this, plus I'll also do the border, and I'll show you how to do the fastening off techniques in between as well. I think this is a great little project to be able to work on. So in this particular pattern we're going to get ourselves started. You're gonna chain 130. Now I figured it out, if you'd like to change the size of this, because I really like this because it's a nice tight stitch for a baby blanket, you can chain in multiples of 2. So 1 2 1 2 1 2, and when you're satisfied just stop, and then we will then pick you up from that. So let's start off with a slip knot today, and you can chain 130 as per the instruction, or you can just go in multiples of 2, which is what I'm gonna do. So just go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and if this was the size that you really wanted to, you can just stop and immediately just start your project. So you can either chain 130 or do multiples of 2. Let's begin row number 1. So working in the second chain from the hook, so 1 and 2, go to the second chain, and you're gonna go in the back hump only. I want you to single crochet there, and then chain 2 1 2, and then single crochet in that same chain, and that's all that it is going across. So you're gonna skip the next chain and go to the second over, and you're just gonna immediately single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. I'll demonstrate it one more time. So skipping one chain, going into the next, so you single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Please do this all the way across your chain and put me on hold now. So I'm gonna come to the end. You're gonna notice that it's gonna bend a little bit. That's normal, so don't fret if that's happening to you at home. So just do the last stitch. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and that concluded off row number 1. So you're just going to turn your work, and let's begin row number 2. So row number 2, we're gonna get ourselves started. So you're gonna just chain 1 and come into this chain 2 space that is existing between the two. So look at it like a goal post, maybe like football, and you have to throw the ball in between the posts. So just go in that chain 2 space and single crochet, chain 1, and then go to the next chain 2 space in the next, between the next goal posts. So the single crochet, chain 2, single, just go in that chain 2 space, and don't forget the chain 1 after, and you'll notice that this will stabilize the project. So continue just to go in between the goal posts, the chain 2 spaces, and just chain 1 right after, and do this all the way to the end. So this is row number 2. And eventually the party will end. You'll come to the last one. So just a single crochet in the last one and just hold there. You will not do anything further from this point. Turn your work and let's begin row number 3. So rows number 3 and 4 are the repeat pattern for this whole thing. So you're just gonna start off by chaining 1, and in the same single crochet that you're coming out of, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same single crochet stitch. Then reach to the next single crochet that you have. So just single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. That's as hard as it gets, my friends. Okay, so then go to the next single crochet and do the same thing, and do this all the way across. This is row number 3, and I'll see you at the end of the row. So I'm coming up to my very last one. So the last single crochet is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you can see that it's nice and stable now. So that was row number 3. Let's move on to row number 4. So row number 4 is just chain up 1 and then go in between the goal posts again. It's the chain 2 spot, and just single crochet, chain 1, and then go to the next chain 2 space. It's between the goal posts, and you'll do that all the way across. So this is row number 4. So what we have to do is that we have to just repeat rows number 3 and 4 over and over and over until you're satisfied with the length of the project. Now the color sequence that is on the pattern is shown there, so you can just look at that. So let's just say we want to change our colors. So what you can do is that you can just change the colors at any point if you would like to, but you'll notice that all the colors are in an even number. So I just finished row number 4, so this would be where I would change colors if I was to do so. So let me just show you how to change a color and get that nicely done. To change the colors, you're just gonna snip your yarn with some scissors and pull it through. And I would strongly recommend that you use a tapestry needle to hide in these loose ends, especially if you're giving it away. This makes for a great charity project too. So just going through the underside of the beast of the belly, just going underside, but when you do it, make sure that you don't change the shape. So make it taut, but not to the point where it's pulling. So go back the second time, and then the third time is a charm. So every time you want to change your or fasten in your yarn, that's how you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna show you just joining a new color, and then we'll begin that story in just a second. So if I wanted to join a new color, I can just pick up the new color here, just put it onto the hook. This is where I finished, so when I pick it up I want to turn it, and we want to begin row number 3. Okay, so that is that joining there. So you're just gonna put it through. So what you can do is a standing single crochet. It doesn't say to do this, but this is what I would do. Put it onto the hook and pull it through that stitch, and you have 2 loops on the hook. Just pull through both loops, and that is a standing single crochet. So now chain 2, and in the same single crochet just go right up over top of the straggler itself, and it will hide it, and single crochet. So you're creating the goalposts again. So in the next single crochet the same thing. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. See how I'm going up over top of the straggler? You can do that so you don't have to weave in your ends later. It's your call and what you would like to do. So what I can do at this point is that I can finish up to row number 4 again, which is the next row, and then you can just begin the border at any point in this. So you have to make sure you end on row number 4, which is going to be those single crochet rows. So eventually at the end of this you're just going to single crochet the last one, chain 2, single crochet, and then turn. So row number 4 is the ending, so chain up 1 and then single crochet between the posts, which is the chain 2 space, chain 1, and etc. So when you're finished your blanket, I need you to finish on this row because it matters on how we're going to do the final border around. What I'm going to do is that I am going to change the color one more time off camera, and when I come back I'll have just so that this is a stripe, so we have a nice clean border to work with at the end of the story. So this is fun, and let's begin our border in just a moment. When you're satisfied with the length of your blanket, then what you can do is just trim your yarn and fasten in. So this is it. So this is the end of row number 4 in order to start, and we're going to begin the border in just a moment. There are 6 rounds to do the border, and obviously you can do whatever you want, but let me get you started and show you how the designer would like you to do it today. Now when I finished right here, and you will know that row number 1 has the one idea that it is that single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So I know that when I finish on row number 4 I'm actually on the wrong side of the project. So I have to make sure that when I start, I'm starting on the right side. Do you see the difference? There's a slight difference in the way that it looks, but just start on the right side. So if you were to turn your work and start and do the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, that's the side that you would want to be facing up. So we're going to begin, and what we have to do is that we are going to maintain the pattern as we know it. So we are going to do the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, but when we come down the side we just have to kind of equally space things out as we're doing that. So we're gonna start off in a corner, okay, and we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna start a corner first. So just come right into the edge, and you need to chain 1 and then single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, and you want to do that in this corner a total of 3 times in a row. Okay, so let's do that again. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and one more time. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and what this will do is that it will help us turn this corner as it goes around. So like you would before, you come to the next single crochet that's available. So you're gonna single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and so you're moving across the top as if it's just a regular row, because it kind of is. So now you can see why you would have ended on row number 2, because the border is starting with this fun stuff right immediately. So eventually you'll come to the other corner, which is next. So in the very last one you want to do what we just did here a total of 3 times. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So that's 1 of 3. Do it again, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and one more time because we're fabulous this morning. So 1, 2, and coming in. So what you're going to do is that you're gonna equally go down the sides. So just kind of like skip over this and come right here and single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. So you're pretty much skipping every other row when you think about it. So you're skipping this, go right here. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. As long as it looks even, you're gonna be good to go. So skipping, going here. And a quick little secret, there's no yarn police, so not as far as I know. After all these years I've never run into them. So you're coming all the way down and then eventually you'll hit the bottom. So in the bottom here you'll come right into the edge. So you'll do that idea 3 times. So chain 2, so there's 1 of 3. So do again, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, one more time. So now you've officially turned, and if you're paying attention you can kind of see the underside. So here's the next one right here. So single crochet, chain 2, and then there's the next one right there. So it's like looking at the single crochets that you're placing those in, but you're on the underside of the beginning chain. So when you get to the edge you know what to do, or the corner, you know what to do. Throw this in 3 times and then equally work your way up the other side. I'll leave that for you and I'll be back in just a moment at the end of this round. So I've just come all the way around and here's the corner. So I'm got everything equally spaced. It's actually a lot easier than I thought. So you're gonna come into the first single crochet here on this side and you're going to join it. Now here's the trick. You need to turn this around and now go back in the other direction so that you can keep the texturing looking the same. So let's begin row number 2. So the trick as you turn around, you have to identify the middle one of the grouping of 3. So it's the middle one of each, and do something slightly different so that you can keep that growing out. But right where we're sitting right now we're gonna chain up 1 and we're going back in the direction from which we came. So the corner is behind us, so we're not gonna worry about that. But you're gonna single crochet in that chain 2 space between the goalposts, remember? And then chain 1 and then into the next chain 2 space and then chain 1. So you can change the colors at any point, and if you are gonna change the colors I strongly recommend you do it after this next round because this is kind of like round number 4 if you recall. So you're gonna move all the way down, and so you're looking for the middle one of the grouping of 3, which is the next one. So in the middle one of the 3 you're gonna single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet into the same one, okay, and then chain 1 and then come in single crochet in the next, chain 1, single crochet in the next, and so on. So please do this all the way around. This is round number 2. So I'm just coming up all the way to the end. This is where I started. So this is the chain 2 just before where I started. So make sure you chain 1 to meet up with that and just join it up. Now when you join up you have a choice. You can either just turn your work, which you have to turn anyway, but you can end your yarn here and then start something a new color there. So what I'm going to do is just end my yarn here. I'll weave in my ends and then I'll start round number 3 in just a moment. So we have to make sure that I turn this afterward to begin round number 3. So I'll see you at the beginning of round number 3 next. So I'm going to start round number 3. So this is where I finished. So you're looking, you can see the single crochet stitches that are here. So I want to start where I finished. And so I'm going to start with the standing single crochet and then chain 2 and a single crochet there in the same one. So I'm gonna come to the next single crochet and fill that in. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Here's the next single crochet right here. It's just before the corner, and then the chain 2 space is the corner itself. So I want to single crochet, chain 2, single crochet right in the chain 2 space of the corner, and then move to the next single crochet right after it and single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So I'm just gonna focus on these single crochet stitches and do that all the way around. So when I get close to the corners, I want to just fill in the single crochet just before the corner. I want to fill in the chain 2 space and the single crochet right after, and then continue that journey around. This is round number 3. So I've just come all the way around and I'm just going to join it to the first single crochet. You're no longer turning the project over. You're gonna stay on this side. This is the front side of your particular project. We're now going to move on to round number 4. In round number 4 we are going to then start our journey. So when we go to do round number 4, this is what we're up to today. So like before, we're just gonna chain up 1 and 1 single crochet between the goalposts, and then chain 1 and then go to the next chain 2 space. So chain 2 space equals goalpost if you haven't figured that out yet. So chain up 1, and when you come into the corner 1, you're going to not do any single crochet, but you are going to half double crochet and then chain a total of 3 and then half double crochet in the same corner, and that builds out that corner a little bit better. So now chain 1 and then come to the next chain, chain 2 space, which is the goalpost, and etc. So make sure in the corners you are half double crocheting, chain 3, half double crochet. So and then there's only chain ones that separate the rest of them all the way around. Let's do this and I'll see you at the end of this round, round number 4. So just coming around the end of number 4, just join it to the first single crochet. You're not gonna turn it, and you're gonna move on to round number 5. So right where we're standing right now is that we have to begin our journey, and we're going to just chain 3 from here. So 1, 2, 3, and you're going to skip the single crochet that you're sitting on top of, and you're just going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space like that. Okay, and then you are going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then go into the next chain 1 space and slip stitch, and then chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. So this is a corner, so you're going to slip stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch all within the same corner, and then begin to jump again around. So chain 3 and slip into the next chain 1 space, and I need you to do that all the way around. This is round number 5. So in getting all the way around, I'm just gonna chain 3 and then just join it to the first chain 3 that I had started with, and that will conclude that round. So one more round to go, round number 6. So round number 6, what we need to do is that we're going to slip stitch into the next chain 3 and then chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then go to the next chain 3. So you're not gonna worry about corners at all. Just make sure that each of the chain 3s get a slip stitch followed by a chain 3 after that, and that will conclude off this particular project today. So I'm turning the corner now, not adding any extra stitches, and this will have a nice flow at the very end of your project. So slip stitch and then chain 3, slip stitch and chain 3, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So eventually the party will come to an end, and I'm just gonna chain 3 and then just join it with the slip stitch to the beginning where it had started. Now you want to use your tapestry needle to hide in your ends. Just go back and forth a total of 3 times. I've already shown you how to do that, and I'm gonna leave that for you. So this particular project actually reminds me a little bit of maybe a comforter or something for a Barbie. I don't know, something fun, right? So this is it for our journey today. This is through the thick and thin, and you can see you can have some really kind of fun colors. Looks like the number 8 today, and that's our journey today. Have a good one, and we hope to see you again real soon right here in the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Bye bye.